Hello and welcome to another episode of India Career Centre audio blog. The topic of this episode is Reimagining Higher Education, Putting Human Needs at the Centre, written by S.P. Mishra, read by an automated voice. Higher education is supposed to prepare us for life, to make us ready for the world. But today, in this fast-changing era, it often feels out of sync. Students spend 3, maybe 5 years in classrooms filled with lectures, exams, and endless theory. And yet, when they graduate, many feel unprepared, uncertain about how to apply what they've learned. What if we reimagined the entire purpose of higher education? What if the goal of college or university wasn't just to get a degree, but to learn how to serve real human needs? The shift in perspective. Let's start with a simple idea, one that has guided some of the most successful innovators of our time. In business, people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have built entire empires on a principle that might sound simple, but it's actually profound. Start with the customer. Work backward from human needs. Now imagine applying that philosophy to education. What if every subject, every assignment, every project began with the same question? Whose problem am I solving? That single question could transform classrooms from places of passive learning into laboratories of human progress. Lessons from Bezos and Musk. At Italian Tech Week 2025 in Torino, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon and Blue Origin, talked about what he calls points of stability. He said, if you think long-term, it forces you to think about what doesn't change. One of the things that changes very slowly is customer needs. Think about that. For Amazon, those stable needs are things like faster delivery, lower prices, reliable service. As Bezos joked, no customer will ever say, I love Amazon, I just wish you delivered a little more slowly. It's funny, but also incredibly insightful. If we translate that into education, the question becomes, what are the unchanging human needs we should serve through learning? People have always wanted to be healthy, creative, connected, fulfilled. Those are constants, like the customer needs Bezos talks about. So what if universities anchored their entire mission around serving those stable human needs? Now, Elon Musk, never one to mince words, takes a similar stance. He once said, you don't need college to learn stuff. Now, that's not an attack on universities. It's a challenge to make them more relevant, more practical, more aligned with real life. Musk is reminding us that learning should lead to capability, not just credentials. From theory to practice. Imagine a university that truly worked this way. From day one, students are asked, whose life are you improving? A computer science student might design an app to help rural patients access healthcare. A business major could build new models for microfinancing gig workers. A literature student might study how storytelling helps communities heal from trauma. Every degree, every field, would be tied to a real-world beneficiary, someone whose life gets better because of what students create. According to a 2024 World Economic Forum report, by 2030, 85% of jobs will require skills like adaptability and problem-solving, not rote memorization. Yet many universities still emphasize the latter. This gap between learning and living keeps growing. A human needs-first education bridges that gap, blending empathy with innovation. Stubborn on vision, flexible on details. Another gem from Bezos' Torino conversation was this: be stubborn on the vision and flexible on the details. That's the perfect blueprint for how education systems should evolve. The vision is non-negotiable. Produce graduates who create value by serving others. The details, courses, methods, tools, should always adapt. As AI and automation transform industries, education can't just teach what technology does. It must teach how it helps, how it can improve people's lives responsibly. Bezos also said something else worth pausing on. People who are right a lot change their mind a lot. People who are wrong a lot are very stubborn on the details. That's humility, and it's what academia needs too. Colleges should hold fast to purpose, but stay flexible in practice. And Elon Musk? He adds a touch of realism. He says, college is mostly for fun and to prove you can do your chores. It's blunt, yes, but it captures a truth. We often mistake credentials for competence. The future will belong to those who can do, not just know. Rethinking how universities work. How do we redesign education around this idea of serving human needs? Here's what it might look like. Admissions that value empathy and curiosity, not just grades. Interdisciplinary learning, where engineers, artists, and entrepreneurs solve problems together. Project-based learning, where students build solutions for real communities, not just for marks. Mentorship from industry and social leaders, grounding ideas in real-world impact. Entrepreneurial labs, turning classrooms into incubators for ideas that improve lives. As Bezos once told young people, go work somewhere you can learn the fundamentals. Well, universities could become exactly that kind of place. Not ivory towers of theory, but living laboratories of practice. Beyond profit, the ethics of serving now. Wait, isn't this just turning education into business? But that misses the point. The word customer doesn't mean buyer. It means the person who benefits from what we do. A teacher's customer is the student. A doctor's is the patient. A designer's is the user. A policymaker's is the citizen. This isn't about profit. It's about purpose. It's about recognizing that education, at its core, is a service to humanity. When we teach students to think of learning as service, we make education ethical again. We reconnect knowledge with kindness. The bigger picture. If we truly center education around human needs, something beautiful happens. We don't just produce job-ready graduates, we produce problem solvers. We produce innovators who can navigate complexity, build empathy, and find meaning in what they do. It also makes education more equitable. When students work on solving local problems, clean water, healthcare, sustainability, digital literacy, they bring relevance back to the classroom. Bezos believes AI will soon increase productivity across every industry. But that's only good news if we teach the next generation to use these tools in service of people, not profit alone. Education that teaches students to serve before they sell will ensure technology amplifies humanity, not replaces it. A call to reimagine education. So, where does this leave us? Reframing higher education around serving human needs transforms it, from a passive transfer of knowledge into an active journey of contribution. Bezos' wisdom, be stubborn on vision, flexible on details, and Musk's challenge, focus on learning, not just degrees, together point us toward a new model of higher learning. One where success isn't measured by grades or placements, but by the number of lives improved. Bezos ended his talk in Torino with a simple line: "There has never been a better moment to be an entrepreneur." And maybe we can extend that thought. There has never been a better moment to reinvent education itself. Because when universities start serving human needs, they stop just producing graduates. They start shaping changemakers. And that, truly, is education at its best. Thanks for listening to this audio blog. If you liked this audio blog, give us a 5-star rating, share with others, and subscribe to the channel. See you soon in our next audio blog and inspire you in your professional and personal life with ideas and thoughts.